Hi there. Congratulations. This is the final video you will receive from me. And that means you have now come to the end of your 28-day program. You are now what is called fat adapted, or metabolically flexible, or what I might call a fat burning animal. Hopefully by now you're feeling more energized, you have less cravings, you've lost some weight maybe if that's what you wanted to do, your digestive system has settled, you feel maybe less anxious, you have greater mental clarity, your skin and your hair has cleared up, maybe your hair's got a little bit thicker, and maybe you're sleeping better. Whatever it was that you wanted to get out of this 28-day program, hopefully you have now achieved that or feel that you're working towards that. If you found that you've struggled to get into ketosis, to nutritional ketosis, and you don't feel like you're quite there, you're quite metabolically flexible, and you don't feel all the positive effects that you'd like to have felt, this may be because of adrenal glands or thyroid glands, or maybe because of a toxin that's blocking your metabolism. And that sort of came out in one of the last videos that I sent to you. So if you feel that is the case, then you may need further support nutritionally for your adrenal glands and your thyroid glands to start off with, which is quite easily resolved. And if that is the case, please get in touch with me directly. You can do that via my website, which is andreabremnernutrition.co.uk. And there's a contact form on there, so you can get hold of me that way. And I can quite easily guide you through that process. So by now, you've probably got a very healthy microbiome, like your gut health has improved. You might feel that your digestive system has settled. Maybe you now know how to make your own gluten-free, low-carbohydrate bread. You kind of know which fruit and vegetables to eat in priority order. You know what are healthy fats and how to improve those, and why we need good quality protein in our diet, why we should reduce or eliminate cow's milk, and how we can measure our health using a ketone meter and a blood glucose monitor as well. You now understand the importance of fasting and how to introduce that, and why we should be eating organic foods and how that can help us to reduce our toxic load. You now know also about vitamin and mineral supplements, and you know when we should be taking those and which ones we should be taking. You also are aware of the importance of bone broth and how that can help with not just our gut health, but the overall health of our body, particularly collagen, which you know we tend to be quite deplete on, especially as we get older. And the difference between probiotics and prebiotics and how to make sure we're getting those, the importance of good sleep, and also the importance of not getting too stressed and introducing a little bit of mindfulness into our life, so that you know we do take time out to take ourselves out of fight or flight and into a more rest and digest mode of living. And we also know, interestingly, about how to protect ourselves from viruses. You know, how to use iodine and a salt pipe to reduce the viral load that we may get in our nasal passages or in our breathing apparatus. So hopefully you've found this as educational as it is practical. You've learned a lot about health, not just diet, but also about our lifestyle. And you kind of know how to be healthy forevermore, maybe. But there's one thing that's really important to let you know here is being in nutritional ketosis. Being fat adapted is great, but being in nutritional ketosis for extended period of time isn't so good for us. You know, we need to kick ourselves out of ketosis every now and again. So being able to introduce some good quality carbs every now and again into your diet, whether that is just one day a week or 1 week a month, whatever it is that suits you. You can see by your own monitoring process when you will need to do this, particularly prior to extreme exercise. You will probably need to have some carbohydrates either the night before and or on the morning of extreme exercise. That's some other time where you would want to introduce carbs. The other time that you will feel that you may need it is if you notice that your blood glucose levels are starting to rise. This will imply that your liver is protecting your fat stores and is producing more glucose and putting glucose into the blood by a process called gluconeogenesis, which is where the glucose will actually convert muscle or bone or tissue into glucose and put it into the bloodstream so that we can use glucose for energy to protect the fat stores. So if you notice that your blood glucose levels are starting to rise, this is an indication that you need to eat more carbohydrates. You might also find with your ketone meter, if you're blowing really high ketones, like say if your ketones, you're blowing a 2.5, 2.9, 3, 3.1 regularly, that might be a little bit too much for you. So you need to, again, have some carbs to be able to bring those ketones down. If we're blowing anything over 0.5, we are in ketosis. So if that meter is measuring too high, that again is implying that we need to introduce some carbs. And obviously these carbohydrates doesn't mean that you can go out and eat cake and do all those sort of things. But it's just good quality carbohydrates. So maybe some potatoes, some sweet potatoes, some good quality grains, gluten-free grains like quinoa, whole grain rice, amaranth, things like that would be important to introduce into the diet. And that will give you some carbs. The other thing is also porridge oats, gluten-free porridge oats. To introduce those into our diet also will help reducing this level of ketones that we have in our body if they do get a bit too high. So introducing those occasionally is good, and basically that's very individual. That's why I can't really tell you need to do this. It's really unique and down to you and goes by how you feel. Now, if you feel yourself starting to feel a bit more tired, or you feel like your cravings are starting to come back, and you're still sticking religiously to the high fat, low carb diet, that might be an indication that you need to introduce some carbohydrates. Quite a complicated process to understand, really. But hopefully, you get that. I mean, with me, I have carbs just one day a week. On a Sunday with my Sunday roast is when I have my carbohydrates, and I might have some porridge on a Sunday morning. And my husband, who is sort of an extreme, I would call it, cyclist, cycling like 100 miles on a Wednesday and maybe the same on a Sunday, he needs to have more carbohydrates in his diet because of the amount of exercise that he does. So again, it's very, very individual, and it's down to you to work out what works for you best, and also what fits into your lifestyle. So that's just a little bit of talk on, making sure that you're keeping an eye on your ketone level, and you are sporadically kicking yourself out of ketosis and adding some carbohydrates into your diet. Now, a lot of my clients do say to me, "Oh, Andrew, but do I have to do this for the rest of my life? What happens if I go to a party and there's ice cream and cake there? Can I have some?" Well, yes, of course you can. It's okay every now and again to have a bit of gluten. It's okay every now and again to have some cake, to have some bread, to have some ice cream, to have some champagne. That's what life is for living. But, as long as you then get back onto the program straight away afterwards, then it won't cause you much damage at all. You have to live. So yes, having the odd treat every now and again is not a problem at all and won't cause you any harm whatsoever. Just to let you know, with regards to all the videos that I have sent to you, they are accessible to you for life now, so you can use them for as long as you like and refer back to them if and when you need to. If you do find that any of the links are broken, that will be because I have updated the video. So if you then get in touch with me again through my website and the contact form and let me know, I will send you the new link to the video that you're trying to access. If you've enjoyed this program and you would like to share it with more people, I would love it for you to send me a testimonial. Testimonial can either be a written one, or it can be a video of you saying to me on video, what you got out of this. Just really why you did the program and how you benefited from it would be great. I'd also, if I can, ask you to give me some feedback as to how I could possibly improve this program. And I've been running this program now for a while, but I like to update it and I like to keep abreast of all the latest news. So I am updating it constantly, but I'd love to get feedback from my clients so they can tell me, where things could be tweaked or where things are being improved. That would be wonderful. But before I go, I just wanted to say a huge congratulations. This is no mean feat. This is a tough challenge that I've asked you to do over these 28 days. And congratulations to you for sticking with it and for achieving what you have achieved on this program. And we may meet again in the future. If you have any other issues or any other health issues that you would like to discuss again, please do get in touch with me through my website. And maybe we'll meet again very soon. Take care.